Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So today we are going to discuss about the tool called Clobbr. Okay. So the Clobbr is a tool which is available in App Store and you can get it from the Microsoft also. So these both versions it's a paid one. Okay. And you can get it from the NPM also by installing the NPM package. You can use this from the terminal. Okay. So what is this tool and how we are going to use this tool? So this is a Clobbr is a test to your API response time in different variants of, for example, to test the load testing or stress testing, and you will get the different types of output that you want to do measurement on the response time. Okay. So this Clobbr, you can see here, this is a GitHub page and they have a dedicated website also. If you go here, this is a web page which is Clobbr. So here you can see the app is available on so the app and the CLI tool also available for this one. You can get it from the App Store if you are using Mac, and you can get it from the Microsoft if you are using Windows, and you can get it from the GitHub, the NPM also, which is Node Package Module or Node Package Manager. Okay. So they have a UI also. When you download this app from here, you can see the UI. So UI, let me start the video from here. So simply you can pass your URL and you can start your testing by selecting the different HTTP methods, and you can go for the different iteration also. Okay, number of time like you want to execute like 100 time or 200 time, and you will get the response in the graph. Okay, and there are a lot of options also available. You can select any HTTP method that you want, and you can see the export the results histories, and you can configure your request with multiple. The request payload with the different HTTP methods, right? And you can use the parallel request also, and you can set the timeout, and you can send with the request body. Everything is available. Okay, you can set the header with in the easy format when you use the app. Okay, but again, this app is like a paid one. Okay, but if you want to use the free one, which is you can get it from the NPM. Okay, you can get it from the NPM node package module. So to test your API endpoint to see how well they perform under the multiple requests in sequence or parallel way also. Okay. So today in this video, I'm going to cover, you can see the sample execution from the application, from the app side. So this is how it's getting executed, and you can see the different output measurements are coming here, and you can see the different output from the CLI also. Okay. So we are going to see how to get it from NPM by installing the NPM command. So we can see here. So this is a file path, or this is a location where you can download from the Mac Store, and this is for the Microsoft. Okay, and if you want to use you want to get it from the NPM node package model, and we have to use this command. Okay, so this is a command to run. This is your URL, which is basically your API you have to provide. By passing this, so your test will start automatically. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this command and let me open some terminal. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here, and here I want to use some other API endpoints. So let me copy my API endpoints, and again I'm going to use this REQRES, which is commonly used across. So when I click on enter, now you can see the results. Okay, it is going to perform the API performance testing. I mean, it is, you can see here, this endpoint will perform the multiple requests. Okay, perform under multiple requests. Okay, so as soon as I executed here, you can see here. So totally by default, it is executing for the 10 iterations. And this is the average time for mean. And this is a standard deviation and the 5th percentile, 95th percentile, and 99th percentile. Okay. So measurements also they have given. When you scroll down, you can see this package can stress test your API endpoint in the various ways, so you can get a better idea how your app would work under the pressure or closer to the real world scenario. Okay. So the configure request also we can do. It is not only for the get method. You can use for put, post, any method that you want to make. We can do. On top of that, you can get the stats on the response, such as a mean, standard deviation, and 5th, 95th, and 99th percentile, and more. Okay, and there are a lot of options, CLI options also available. So by going to this command, you can see what are the CLI options are available. Okay, so this is a simple way. I mean, if you want to go for, by default, it is going for a 10 iterations. Okay, so if you want to expand your, you want to increase your iteration. So this is a command that we have to use, iterations. Okay, and I'm going to give it as like a 25 iterations for the same API endpoint. Let's see now. Okay, it is running for the 25th. Yeah, you can see now. So we have given the iteration count as a 25. So it got executed 25 times, and you can see here finished run with the 25 iterations. Okay, and again you can see the this mean and standard deviation, the percentage 95th and 99th percentage also, and you can see the graph also how it is performed, the maximum and minimum. In between the graph also you can see there are a lot of ups and downs. Okay, so this is one to define the iteration if you want to run for the multiple iteration. Okay, and parallel also possible as they have mentioned here. You can see here, right? So in sequence or parallel also you can do that. So if you want to use the parallel, then we have to additionally pass this command to execute in the parallel mode. So I'm going to here and clicking the up arrow to bring the previous history. So additionally, I'm going to add the parallel command. Okay. So now it is going to execute the 25 iterations in the parallel mode. Okay. So as per their documentation, you can see they are using iteration along with the parallel. So this is what the expected output as per their API endpoint. So let us check our API endpoints. Okay, it got executed 25th iterations, and this is a time. Okay, average time, and this is standard deviation, and fifth and 95th same again. Okay, so this is how you can run with the parallel mode. So okay, and if you want to get some summary table, right? So if you can see this is what the summary table. So I'm going to add the summary table over here. Okay, I'm going to delete the parallel hyphen table full. Okay. So now the report is going to come in the table format like this. Whatever they have given in the documentation part. So it is going to execute for the 25, 25 times, which we have given as a 25 iteration. So completed 25 iterations, finished run. And you can see this graph report also coming along with this table. And again, you can see this data table also coming, right, with all the details. So how much time it taken, how much the response size it is. So everything you can see the size is same because we are using the same endpoint, and there is a difference between the durations. Okay, and it got executed for the 25 times. Okay, this is for the table, complete summary table. So if you want to go for a minimal summary table, also possible when you have to go for a compact view. Okay, so I'm going to remove this command from the full to compact. Okay, so now it is going to give the table format like this in the compact view. Okay, it got executed, all 25 iterations are done, and this is a view that we are getting. Okay, so and you can customize your request also. For example, if you are going to use any get method, post method, put method, then this is the way we have to use. Okay, so now let me take some post method, or I will customize this as a get method. Okay, so let me delete this. Okay, this is my API endpoint, and I'm going to define the method name as delete. Okay, so let me check this delete is working fine. Again, it is going to run for a 10 iteration, I believe, because that is what the default is. It is running for the 10 times, which is a default iteration. Yeah, it got executed, and you can see please run with the 10 iterations. Okay, I have defined this method as a delete. Okay, so you can define any methods like by using the method CLI option over here, and you can send the headers also. Okay, if you have some API endpoint that requires some headers, like you want to send some authorizations, then you can use like this. Okay, so what you have to know, you have to create one JSON file like this. So inside the JSON, you have to define the header values. Similarly, something like this. And when you run, right, while running, you have to define the hyphen headers path with the CLI option, and you have to provide your JSON file location for the header. Okay. So we are going to save this in the JSON file. That's JSON location file location. You have to provide it here. Okay. So the next question will come. Can I use the post method along with the request body? Yes, we can send the data along with the request body also for the post method or put method. So this is what you have to use. So we are going to define the method as a post, and you have to provide the data path, and you have to store this data in some JSON file location. Okay, so I'm just clicking the up arrow to change this method as post method. Okay, so this is our post method. I'm going to change the endpoint details also because this is a get point. I'm going to change this. This is for the post method. So in the post method, I have, okay, let me send this. It will also work. It will work without the request body also because this is dummy API. So the next one will send along with the data also. Okay. Okay, the post method also works fine. So now I'm going to send along with the request body. Okay, so after this hyphen hyphen a data path. Okay, so let me copy my data path. So this is a location where I'm having the my data.json. Data.json, and I mean nothing. It's just sending my name and my details. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to execute this. So now this one also it is going to execute 10 iterations. Yeah, all 10 iterations done. You can generate the report along with the also. So let me bring this. If I want to get the table of format values, so I can use compact view or I can use the full view also. Okay, since I have used the compact view, so it is coming like this. So all the I mean the status are coming as a 201 which is created since it's a post method, and you can see the size also same, the response size also same. Okay, since I'm using the same data. Okay, apart from this, you can, I mean, this is for the post method, you can use for a put method, delete everything. Okay, so if you want to send the header values, so you have to create one header JSON. If you want to send the request body, for that one also you have to create one JSON file. That JSON file you have to provide under the data file. Okay, so here you have to provide the location of your JSON file. Okay, and additionally we have this analyze the failed request iteration also. So when you have failed, I mean, if we are sending some requests, if that get failed, no, you can do the analysis for the failed request iteration also. So when you run that, you will get the only the successful will come in the table one, and another, I mean, whatever is a failed, it will come in the separate box. Okay. So you can get the results from the different file format also. For example, you want to share the report to someone else, right? So for that, I mean, you have to use this output format, which is JSON available, YAML file available, and the CSV file format also available. And you have to provide the output file path location. So when you provide this, you can expand, I mean, you can export your report and you can share it. Okay. And we have some other options called run check against the results. So for example, I have some limitations. I mean, I have some limits. So my mean should be like a 200 milliseconds, or median should be 200. The standard deviation should be 50, right? So you can define your check as, I mean, your check against the result. So for that one also, you have to additionally provide like this. Okay, let me copy this comment. So this is a comment. I want to check my mean is within the 500 limit, and median is 600 limit, and standard deviation is 100. Okay, so everything is in line. So that's the reason everything got completed and everything is 3 checks are passed. Okay, so let me change some value here. So I'm going to give the mean is 300 and I'm going to execute that. Okay, so this time only 2 checks are passed. One is failed, which is 300 we have given, but we got as a 470. So the 300 that we have given is for the mean. Okay, somewhere it is going near to 470. Okay, so that is what it is failing. So remaining thing, the standard deviation and the median is within the limit. Okay, so let me change everything. So this standard deviation also I will give it as a 10, and median also I will give it as a 300. Yeah, this time you can see there are, I mean, 0 checks are passed. I mean, all the 3 parameters that we have given is failed. Okay, so you can see here the mean is we are expected 300, but we got a 474, which is this average, right? So here you can see 600, 435, 468. So this average is coming here, and this median also it is failing. It is exceeding the 300, and the standard deviation also we got 47. Okay, so you can check how to calculate this mean, median, and standard deviation. They have given the explanation in the website also, and you can see the normal calculation also in somewhere else. You can refer them. Okay, so this is how we have to use this tool, and this is available in the app as well as in the from the npm also you can get it. So to quickly check your API is how it is performing with the multiple iterations and with the parallel mode. So this is one of the easy tool or easy way to test your API is performing well. Okay. So this is how we have to do. If you want, I mean, currently you can get it from App Store and Microsoft. NPM also possible. So we have a lot of CLI options provided for the command line. You can execute them and you can pass the data file, header file, JSON, everything you can upload them and you can validate your API how it is performed. Okay. So that's all about this video, guys. We'll see the another video with the different topics. Thank you, guys.